fucking over it. Fucking meta. Fucking meta. That's all I have to say. They're always gonna be changing shit. This whole time I thought I was fucking live, but nope. Fucking meta. Fucking meta. Alright, let's go. As I was saying, we're trading Asia today. We have to start off, we have a break of structure to the upside, not a break of structure. Wow. Focus. Start off, we got a liquidity sweep on the hourly. We can see that price went ahead and respected that hourly liquidity sweep, and then on here on silver, gave us a break of structure. We couldn't get a break here, but we did get a break here. Price came up, retested these levels right here. You see that price came in, respected the level, and then on a smaller time frame, gave itself a break of structure here towards the downside, which then flooded towards these lows here. That was the first move to be had. Now we're just waiting on the second move to be had towards the downside. Just to like recap on everything that was just missed. Cause boy, buddy, old pal, that was some bullshit. Straight bullshit. I was also mentioning that we would need a 15 and a 30-minute break of structure, but we have already had that happen. Silver gave us a very clean break right here, and then after the break of structure came up, took out these hourly highs to then want to start retracing. But if that was only if we were in a higher time frame for that. Technically speaking, we're not looking in a higher time frame anymore. Now we just gotta wait on another break of structure to the downside. We just have to wait on the whole new setup. Or I mean, we might just get a flip. I don't think that we even... These are the hourly lows here. And that might be what we want to target tonight. Could that be a little egregious? Baby says yeah. It could be. Very well could be. But we're well within this range and we're kind of just seek and destroying at the moment. So is it really a bad option to want to target these levels down here? Not really. For the highs, we have these highs right here. Nonetheless, we wait. I gotta pee. Damn, I gotta pee.
Three, two, one, go! What happened? Oh, you're alive.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go ahead and get a break of structure on gold first. We're actually getting a very swift move to the downside when it comes to gold. We're getting that 15-minute break as well, along with the 30. I mean, the 30-minute just actually opened, so... want to keep that in the back of our mind. So we have these lows right here, and then we have a fair value gap right here on the 5-minute. The price wants to come in. The price wants to come in and tap out this low right here really quick, while within this move or the next move down, then let it be. But at least then we have an idea of these lows wanting to be taken as well. And we could also see that same fair value gap on silver. So here's the fair value gap that I want to be able to target. That's not it. Lies, it's not there. So on NASDAQ, this fair value gap was hit, but on ES, this was never actually filled. Yes, it was. All these. No, we still have this fair value gap right here that wasn't filled. Found it. Okay. So we have the fair value gap here and on here. But this is a lot bigger than silver, but I personally would still like to hit those levels. Target those as well, I mean. Honestly, that might actually be, like down here might be the end of the rotation if it's wanting to continue further. Could be. Still got a minute left on these candlesticks. We could see that we're not actually getting the break, or we're not fully getting the break on silver. Gold, we're getting the break. I need to see a break happen on both of the indexes, not just one. Why? Because then if that happens, if I get one break on one but not the other, you see the move that just happened right here? It's continuing to happen. We have the likelihood of running into that over and over and over again until we finally get that break. But my stop, more or less, price would want to go ahead and hunt out further stops to the upside to then want to go lower. I don't want my stop to go ahead and get hit on that fuel down. So we would patiently have to wait for a break of structure on both the indexes. Let's go ahead and keep in mind, though, this is not how I trade NASDAQ and S&P 500. The only reason why I trade gold and silver this way is because it works well for me. When it comes to gold and silver, I could use the same confluences as I do with NASDAQ and the S&P, but the only difference being is I would play around more in the 30-minute and the 15-minute rather than higher time frames. Now, although higher time frames do hold higher power, I would like to use that theory within the 30-minute or possibly the hour. Hourly, 30-minute, and the 15 is where I'll put my playground and play in. We don't get a break of structure. So we're just continuing to wait. We still have about 8 minutes left on this. We're failing to get the break. Failing to get the break, and this is still going for about 20 minutes. We can see that on silver, it's being, whatever's happening on gold is happening on silver. No break of structure, we want more of the upside at the moment. It's not really wanting more of the upside, that's a wrong way of saying it, but price is refusing to go down, even lower than what it's wanting to. There's just a lot of more buyers in the market right now. I'm just really hoping we don't stay like this, because then it's going to repeat itself like it did this morning. What happened?
Okay.
What?
Yeah, he had it, and then I picked him up and threw it. And I swear, I thought it was over here.
You need me to hold him while you look for it?
Yeah.
Ugh, you fucking monster. You little monster. Little monster. We're gonna watch and see if we get a break of structure in a 30-minute. I highly doubt that we'll get the break on anyways, just because of how we're looking. What's up? Can we not? Why do you gotta be so violent? Well, that was rude. See right now that this is more of the bearish index. But as I've been saying, there's more buyers in the market because of how this candlestick is fucking looking. Which is rather fucking disgusting. I'm really not wanting to go short on this motherfucker. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I'm just gonna wait it out because this is bananas. Fucking bananas, look at this. Up candle, down candle. That's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Now what we could do is possibly go in for a little scalp, but with how the market's moving right now, that's... I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Cool. Yeah. Ah. Do 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 do. Be nice. Be nice. You don't need to be a butthead.
You're never left. Mommy always gets hit in the face. No. Like 5 times a day. What are you doing?
I'm not even sure he knows what he's doing. This is why we wait on a break of structure on both of those indexes for like the 30-minute or the 15. Because if not, then we run into the risk of this shit happening. It's just fucking bouncing. I mean, like I said, I can try to take a scalp, but what would the point be? Why would I want to go ahead and expose myself that much or at all when I know the market is just doing some fun shit?
Please don't throw it again. Huh?
To be fully honest with you, though, the market's been doing some fun shit all day.
Oh no, what happened?
All day. Was that a 15-minute low or a 30-minute low? It's a 30-minute low and a 15-minute low. Just honestly wait on this motherfucker to finish up. At the same time, though, these wicks are disgusting. Gotta get this account back into the positive. Lost about 250 bucks today. Nonetheless, these motherfuckers need to get in positive, but this account could actually be passed within one day if they truly wanted to. I just been just fucking about. Fuck is this shit, mate? Still on opposite sides of the spectrum here. One has Down syndrome, the other one is just normal.
Are you gonna be that kid that eats glue?
Just might.
His mom says yes.
Mommy would.
I should be scared.
So there's chicken still in there. We could figure out something to do with it.
Start getting more.
You okay with those chicken sandwiches again?
You could have that. You could have that. Yeah.
How are you?
I'll figure out something else. Oh shit, the candlestick closed.
Did you fart again?
Huh?
Did you fart?
Why?
Turns out it smells like death in this bitch.
Damn, say you fun. Right? Say you fun. You funny, Papa.
Well, at least we're finally back in line. Do I like how these candlesticks are printing, though? And plus, this consolidation range right here is just wacky tobacco. And that's only because we haven't really seen a break of structure on the 30-minute. Shit. Fuck that, even the hourly. Like, this would have been the break if we were able to close above it, and then after that, we could have had the opportunity to see these highs, or these highs. But we never actually did get the break, which led into a lot of indecision to be made. That indecision comes into the form of consolidation. This is nothing but a lot of indecision being made. Nobody knows what the fuck to do. Nobody knows. I'm just hoping it doesn't stay like this. Because then that means this... That would mean that this move right here was... Where is it? This initial move down would have been the move that we were looking for. That's what that means. This initial move right here. An ES would have been the move that we wanted. This short right here. To then sweep out liquidity here. Sweep out liquidity here, here, to then rise higher. Wanting to seek out these other highs on the 5-minute. Oh shit, that's an hourly too. That's crazy. But nonetheless, we swept that liquidity on the hourly, so this is no longer good. We do have more of these highs right here. Those very same highs are coming to the form of this candlestick right here. Oh, these fails of breaks of structures are gonna be the end of me. Whole lot of slow shit. We talking. Oh, a lot of indecision. You know what, at this point, if we get a break of structure on one of these indexes to the downside when it comes to the fucking 30-minute, I'll drag my nuts halfway across this fucking screen. We're still not even fucking, we're not even doing the exact same shit. Like, what? What the fuck is this shit? Look at this high, look at this low. What kind of Down syndrome shit is this? Bro. Like, this is some dumb shit. I will say, this is some dumb shit. Ever since Trump opened his fucking mouth today, the fucking market has just been on some dumb shit. What the fuck did he end up saying? What the fuck did he end up saying? Iran, convoys, nothing. Pretty sure that he... doubles down on strained threats on tariff. Amplify tone and volume of his threats around Strat and Hormuz this past weekend. Part of the Iran deal must be for traffic. So I guess he wasn't okay with what happened. I gotta read more into that. He speaks frequently. Yeah, so I didn't watch him today. Some shit must have been said. Some shit must have been said for him to be on some dumb shit. Or at least for this market to be on some dumb shit. Look at this. Up candle. Okay, well, now we're getting in that range of an up candle, but this was a down candle.
All down.
So you're telling me this morning we ended up sweeping out these highs here right at the open? Or yeah, no, we didn't sweep out those highs in the open. This is pre-market. This is London still. London pre-market swept out, causing Asia or causing New York to go ahead and flood to the downside. But you're gonna sit here and tell me that price just wanted to go halfway? You're sitting here and telling me price just wanted to go halfway when it could have just easily taken out these lows right here? Look, we come stupid fucking close to these lows. We come stupid fucking close to these lows. But then we drag our nuts straight to the fucking upside around 2 o'clock. We don't see that kind of a violent reaction on gold, but silver, talking Drake-sized candle to the upside. Nonetheless, like, what? No, it's not even. It's not even. Nonetheless, we get a break of structure on the hourly. Did we get it here too? No. We failed to get the break, and remember what I said before. If we don't get a break of structure on both of the indexes, when it comes to silver or gold, at least with this strategy, we won't see a move. As you can see, again, this 2 o'clock candlestick right here never broke above, but this one did. Yes, we did go up a little bit more, but what do you see after that? A whole lot of fuck shit. What I mean by fuck shit is nothing but consolidation within smaller time frames. Consolidation within smaller time frames. Like, We need to break a structure on both of these indexes. But when we get it, brother, when we get this fucking break, when we get this break, I'm telling, oh my God, dude. You ever see Drake horny as shit? You're gonna see him horny as shit in a form of a candlestick. You're gonna see his shape ding dong in a form of a candlestick. I guarantee. Once we get a break of structure on both of these indexes, it's over with. It's fucking over with. If we have parents here and your kids are still up, I highly suggest put their asses to bed because shit's about to get horny tonight. And I want to reiterate, this is not how I trade NASDAQ or the S&P 500. The strategy that I'm implementing is still actually being worked out. Like I'm creating this little strategy of mine when it comes to gold and silver, but implementing the same tactics that I use as with NASDAQ and the S&P 500. Why fix what's not broken? You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. I want to make sure that we're still extra good. I don't want to get a violation. Although this music should be non-copyrighted. Yes, this is what I do when I'm not actively in a trade. I actively try to annoy the shit out of my family. And then when I'm in a trade, it's don't bother me. Thinking about whether or not it would be a good idea to scalp that shit, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Daddy just doesn't know.
Cute. Not cute. No. Ah. Hey. Hi, buddy, mama. Yeah.
Brother, if you start hunting out these fucking highs for a break, that'd be stupid. But who am I to say do what you gotta do? Who am I to tell you otherwise? Do what you gotta do. Honestly, if we keep continuing to consolidate like this without a break of structure within the next hour or so, I might actually start scalping this in the 5-minute. Because this is gonna be some bullshit. Like, silver's not as bad as gold is when it comes to structure. Like, we have a little bit of good movement here. Here is just like, what the fuck? Here is like we gave the Down syndrome kid the hammer, and now he's just going fucking ham on everybody. It's just a complete massacre here.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
To be completely honest with you, trading can be fun at times, but majority of the time, you're fucking waiting. Like, unlike most jobs, where you have to go to work and work for money in that type of sense, trading is the only job where you don't actively have to go out and look for the money. All you have to do within trading is be patient enough for the money to come to you. That's the only difference. And beyond the fact that traders have more of a chance to lose their money within their exposure, where if you go to clock in, you don't actually lose your money unless you don't go to work. But nonetheless, you're not necessarily out on money. You just don't get money that day. You still have money saved up when you get your check, but within trading, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. So what I'm trying to say is, you have, as a trader, you have the chance to either make or break yourself within that day. That's the only difference. But nonetheless, being patient is what makes the money come to you. Waiting, what I'm really trying to say is, there's going to be times where trading is boring. There's times where I'll go ahead and walk Thor 15 minutes, come back, and nothing has fucking happened. And then we have to wait on 30-minute time frames to do its job. Or even fucking worse, wait on a fucking hourly to fucking do its thing. Like, waiting on the 30-minute is okay. But when we gotta switch over to the hourly, that's when I'm like, that's when I'm like, okay, where's the gun? I'm gonna shoot myself in the dick right now, because this is gonna be bullshit. I'd rather deal with this pain instead of this pain. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And that's why I say I'm gonna look at the scalp in the 5-minute if we don't get another break of structure within the 30-minute, the next 30-minute candle. Because then we're just waiting, we've been waiting for a whole hour at that point for literally nothing to happen. I am not okay with that. But scalping comes with a little bit more exposure that I'm not okay with. So I have to really be okay with these odds here. Like, the setups need to be clean. They need to be stupid clean. Cleaner than my asshole is after eating broccoli. The only thing that's giving me hope right now to the downside is the 15-minute break of the structure that we got at 6:45. Or I'm sorry, the breaks of structures we got at 7:15. Because then all we need to do is look for breaks of structures on the 30-minute from there on out to then switch over to the 5-minute to do our thing. Or we could wait for the 15-minute breaks of structure to then hop into the 5-minute to do our thing. But that's more of a risky confluence. It's more of a risky play. I'd rather wait on both of these time frames to be in line with each other to then hop into the 5 minute. I can run into the opportunity of being late to the party if I do that, because price again has the opportunity to fluctuate pretty fast. But I'm okay with getting late to the party. What I'm not okay with is chasing the price afterwards. We can see a break of structure to the upside here. Okay, so the idea is if we could get if we could go ahead and get a 15-minute break of structure. Silver is going to want to go ahead and follow suit. If we get a break of structure on both of these indexes to the upside though, then I'll jump over into the 5 minute and start looking for retracements, to then go into the 1 minute to start looking for entries. But that's, like I said before, a very risky play. And the only reason why I'm thinking about going into that play more than anything else right now is because, well, there ain't really much of anything happening. Man, if we could come back down here and retest these levels here to then hold to shoot lower, that'd be great. Because then at that point, hopefully we could take that trade on here. We could be within this fair value gap range on the 5 minute. Where is it? Okay, there it is. I was like, where the fuck is Nasdaq?
Five. Five?
That's a little weird, but okay. If this plays out the way I think it's gonna play out, then the next retest that we get right back down in the 5 minute, then I'll implement what I was thinking. We have a liquidity sweep right here. Let's see if we get a break. Or this could just be the continuation to the top to take out these orders here. The hell, you even wanted these orders up here.
Throw that.
For a buy.
Oh, Bugatti. Don't throw that at.
I don't even.
Whoever, why? Always.
See if that actually works. So, liquidity sweep. Tad bit early on the break. Tad bit early on the break. Nonetheless, this is supposed to be a scalp. Tradeify rules are I have to hold a trade for about 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, I could close the trade and then capitalize on whatever small gains I make. I'm just hoping we don't get a deep retrace right now. Because that right there within itself would be the only thing that stops me out. It wouldn't even be the retrace that stops me, it would be the non-break of structure that we don't fucking get. That would stop me. That's what I should have waited on. But if this is looking to hold, these lows right here should be prime targets. But we need that break. If we don't get that break, then I gotta close out. I'm just hoping it doesn't fly up. Just like that. But that's fine, we went in with minimum risk, so I'm not really giving too much of a fuck. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out, it is what it is. That's what I get for not waiting on a break of structure on the fucking 5 minute. That's exactly what I get. See what happens when you don't follow your confluences? You get your ass, you get bit. You get bit. And it looks like we might actually... It might want to fly. I'm not gonna cat. It might want to fly to the upside. Or we do get the break. Should have took it on fucking I should have took it on silver. Not gonna cap, I should have took it on silver. Look at this bitch rolling while this motherfucker's just there. If we don't get the break, I have to close. Silver is the more bearish index, so I need this to push more. If this pushes more, then we're able to be okay. We will have a small chance of getting this break. Which then will have gold do the same thing. But I need this to do that. I need this to get a break, so that way this holds the break as well. So we get a break of structure on ES, but we don't get a break of structure on NASDAQ. We don't get a break of structure. We get a break of structure on silver, but we don't get a break of structure on gold. Two things could happen. We could either fly down to these lows to my target, or we could just fuck around because we didn't actually get a break of structure on both of these ends. If I don't get... If we can't break below this, then the chances of us going lower are not really there. The price wants to fly back up. It's gonna need to go ahead and hit this inverse. God, I should have taken the fucking trade on silver. It's gonna hit profits. It's gonna hit my levels that I wanted before this does. This is the lagging index right now, where this is just wanting to flourish to the downside. But that's fine. Whatever pushes that we see here, we'll see just a little bit here. So... that would have been a nasty ass trade right here, I'm not gonna lie. I took it on the wrong index though. It is what it is. I can't sit here and be like, oh! It is what it is. Next time, pay attention to which index is actually wanting more pressure to the direction that I want. Because then I don't fuck around with this shit. I could be more lucid with it and go down. Because now we're more, seeing as this wants the downside, we have a chance of hitting stops a lot faster. In which, like I said, in which case, if this wants to go ahead and break above, that's fine. We'll close the trade and let it be that. I'd rather close in somewhat in profit instead of losing out on money. Like, that's nasty. I'm just saying we would have had $500, $400. I'm just saying targets would have been hit. But now we might actually want to get the fuck out of here because we hit these lows here. I want to see what this does, though. I gotta be cautious with that idea because if holding this can potentially spike this shit back up. Let's see. But if it continues to just push, I want to see what it does. 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Fucking delicious. This is fucking delicious. This is just fucking delicious. Fucking delicious. We hit hourly low. Good golly, oh motherfucking Molly, daddy. You're almost wanting to hit profits across the board. Chill. Chill. I want in on this. Chill, daddy. I want in on this. That means that means you're working for. That means you got the 30-minute break of structure. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? All right. Chill. It sucks that our lows have been hit. It really does suck for that. Hold on. I really want to get in on this because this motherfucker's gonna. This son of a bitch is gonna move. Break a structure. Don't want you. Opum Gundam stuff. Hell no. I mean, hell yeah. Break a structure. Good lord, that's dip if I see it. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Put your hands up on my hips. That might actually that we need. We have 3 minutes left on this. So a few things that could happen from here on out are seeing as we've already hit lower time frame lows, such as this one, I believe, and this one, correct? Like, those were my targets for the night. I mean, we have all these lows here, but it's a little egregious be wanting a little bit more lows. Like, we've made such a big ass move down like that within such a small time frame. So what I'm really trying to say is, seeing as we've already swept out lower time frame lows, we can start looking for more of the upside. That was a nice little $300. Nice little $300. You know what I mean, Jellybean? Nope. Shut that shit off. I do not need to get fucking copyright right. Silver's still the more bearish index, where gold wants more of the upside. Another thing that could possibly happen is we could see more of the downside. But we need to see more solid plays to be had.
Lock and barrel.
Although we got that break of structure on silver, we could not hold it on gold. So with that being said and done, seeing as we swept out more lows such as hourlies, it's giving me kind of long vibes. Why? Because both of the indexes don't have breaks of structures on them, only one of them. And as we can see with past experience with what has happened within the last hour, if we don't have breaks of structures on both indexes, we're not going to see a move until we see another 30-minute move. That 30-minute move came here after the break happened. We just swept. So this is why I'm telling you, being patient pays off. If you're not patient, you could get fucked. Sorry. I might actually want to start looking for longs. Actually, let's go with the scalping play. We're gonna go ahead and wait for the 15-minute break of structure, which one gives me the break first. We'll start scalping this motherfucker. Honestly, we might get the break of structure here first. Damn, this motherfucker goes hard. If I get a break of structure on the 5-minute, I'm gonna get a break of structure on the 15 minutes. It doesn't really matter if I wait on the 15 or the 5. I'd rather wait on the 5 though, just because it gives me more data to fuck with. Damn, this shit goes crazy. Damn, if we actually get a break to the fucking downside, I might have wanted to target these lows. Oh, we're looking well for another fucking. We're looking well for another short. If we could get a 15-minute break, I might. Take profits down to here. At this point, it's like, which one's gonna give it to me first? But this one looks like it's going to, just because of how low it is. This one is more to the upside. Nonetheless, I need that break. Fucking banger music tonight. I'm just hoping we don't sweep. We'll be alright. Is that a line I just never deleted? It must have, because it's right here too. That's why I'm really hoping we get it here, because this is looking more promising. I could use this for a fair value gap straight down to this low right here. This fair value gap has already been filled in. And you can see after it was filled in, price wanted to go up. I might just have to be happy with the targets I have set out right now. Nonetheless, we just need a 5-minute break of structure. Now I was gonna say we need a 15-minute, but I had to go ahead and correct myself. I could target the bottom of this fair value gap or the top of this fair value gap. The likelihood of me targeting this level though is high, just because we've seen what happened on the last fair value gap. It was respected, and after it was respected, it just jumped up. Let me show you. This is that very same fair value gap right here on gold. So if we draw out the fair value gap, you can see that price came down, played around within this level, came back up, came back down, filled it completely to the T. After it filled it to the T, it just skyrocketed. So I believe it created the inverse. Come up, come down, respect it. Yeah, we just filled it to the T and then bounced out of it. That's what I'm hoping to do with us. Fill it to the T, to then jump back out of it. But that... we need confirmations on higher time frames, such as the 30-minute and the 15. Right now we have a 15-minute break of structure, but I'm pretty sure we'll be waiting on a 30-minute as well. I mean, although we got it here, gold will get its its break of structure here. There's a lot of funny business. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of funny business tonight. It's having me resort to scalping. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever scalped. This is the first time I've ever tried that strategy and it actually worked out. I had to test it out well before to make sure it played out. That's why I was like, hold on, let me see if this works before I actually try it. Because if it actually played out the way that I thought it was going to play it out and all the confluences met, I'm going to repeat the same process over again. Why? Because it worked out the first time. Trial and error, people. Trial and error. But like I said, trading is boring. Unless you're making money. But even then it's boring because you don't want to get caught up in those emotions. It's really easy to get euphoria. You can feel like you're on top of the fucking world when you make about $500 in the span of like 5 minutes. That shit will fuck with you. If you don't if you learn to like control your emotions and just vibe out with it, when you learn to take that loss, like you learn to take that win, when you take that loss, the hit won't be so hard. Why? Because you're learning to adjust your emotions. You're not like, oh yes, $500, whoa! No, you're like me, $300, almost 400. Cool, let's go. Let's vibe out. You know, let's look for another trade. Let's look for another setup, and see what we have. You know, just be cool. Be cool. It's very easy for people to say, don't be an emotional trader, because I've used to say that too. I used to like preach that 100%. But what I really should be saying is you need to control your emotions. I can't say don't have emotions, because as humans we have emotions. It's hard to not. So we need to learn how to like really control them so that way they work out in our favor. If that makes sense. Or that $300 might be what it be for the night. Not gonna cap. Gotta love the retracement.
Little rascal. One day we're gonna flex on these hoes! Well, actually, I'm not joking. We're gonna go up to a pothole, flex on that hoe.
Picture stuff. Don't you? Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you ever dare tell me?
It's kind of hard to pass that up. I'm not gonna lie. It's very hard to pass that up. Are we live? Are we still in this to win this? Okay, we're still good.
No, we got
Y'all are just all up in my personal business. Get the fuck out of my personal business. Stay up out of there.
Well, you should have seen her face when she found out you were pregnant. When she was pregnant. Want to see a heart attack? Came out of that bathroom like.
Oh, you. Oh, let's go double check with.
Well, yeah, we gotta check with the doctor. We need an official answer. You know what I mean? We need an official answer. Pregnancy tests over the counter lies.
I took 2 of them and they both said pregnant.
Oh, what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
There's people out there that took 3 pregnancy tests.
And still came up negative. Like, we needed a for sure thing before we got excited, yo. I wanted to throw my titties in the air for a good reason. It would have been a waste for me to throw my titties in the air just to find out we weren't pregnant. People would then just see my hairy nipples. Floppy fucking pepperoni nipples everywhere. I want to know where you got your hairstyle from, though. You know that character from The Simpsons? Who is that clown from The Simpsons?
No, you're not comparing him to a clown.
He
Shut
looks
up,
like
turn
him.
around. And
What's
go
his
back
name?
to
Wait,
whatever the hell you do.
wait. We could do this. No, never mind. We're not gonna.
Leave the kid alone.
We're not gonna go that
He's
far.
already got to deal with you being his father. He don't need it anymore.
Deal with me. You're right. You're right. He has to deal with all this excellence. You're right.
Not me.
I said he has to deal with all this
Okay, good.
excellence.
I thought you said me. That's why I was like, what?
Anyways, what you could do is hold my dick 3 different ways to Sunday.
Okay. Your favorite point.
Today feels like a Friday, I'm not gonna lie. Why? Because I'm not usually going this hard at night. I'm not gonna cap. I'm usually not trading gold live either. I'd usually be doing this by myself, but I figured, why not? Why not? Damn, these headphones are gonna die? That's crazy. I thought they were fully charged.
Mama make out with you?
Failed to get the break of structure. Oh, what is this line? What am I doing with that line? I have absolutely no clue what the fuck I'm doing with that line. That needs to go. Same thing with these fair value gaps. Let's clean up these. Let's clean up this chart. Let's clean up this chart because this is looking a little bit horrendous. It's like, what the fuck is all this shit? We do need another hourly high though. So that needs to be marked out. It's not even a fucking hourly high. Get rid of the get lost, nigga. Hourly highs all the way up here. So these are just targets that could be possibly hit to the upside. Got it. Can you work right, please? Because you were just down here. You were really kicking ass to the downside. I'm not gonna count. But then again, we did sweep liquidity to the downside. And especially the hourly. Only thing is, we do not have a break of structure. Either of these indexes. So. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. Your ass needs to come down here. Or your ass get whipped like Kunta Kinte. What's your name? Stephanie crackling up in the background. I might want to stop this at like 9:30 though, to be completely fair with you. I really don't want to be trading all night. The last time I traded all night, I was up until 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get all my money back. Headphones died. I gotta go ahead and let them charge. So in the meantime, but between time, we could all vibe out to this music. we gotta go ahead and get a break of structure on the 15-minute. I don't want to go ahead and start looking for longs on the 5-minute or the 1-minute for that scalp. But that's not going to come into the form of a 15-minute break of structure following that other confluences. Based on how this is looking, though, looking a little rough for that. Looking a little rough for that idea, but that's on the table right now. Back to it. We can go ahead and break fucking structure on the downside. A 5-minute, we might actually still look good for those shorts. Maybe. I'm just hoping that we don't actually take out these fucking lows within this stretch, because if that happens, well before we get any confluences, then we gotta wait yet again for another move to happen. And that's why I'm gonna say fuck it. 9:30 to call. Because I'm not gonna stay here all night. Shit. That's what the plan is. Could have been able to make a little bit more money on this one, but I really don't like how silver is moving. Gold is the more bullish index to the upside. The trade would have hit. The trade would have hit. I would have just held. But again, I'm not liking how this is playing out. And it's already going to be 10 o'clock, so I made back the money that I lost. So I'm okay with that. I am very, very okay with it. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I did. Tonight was a pretty good night. Could have probably went a little bit heavier on risk, but it is what it is. Hey, that's risk management at its finest. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. Good night. Sweet dreams. Adieu.